Mod time is here. After the hiatus that we took yesterday with no mods and weird Sunday mods, we got some to take a look at today. A perfect 24 mod day. All platforms, 18 new and 3 updates. And PZ Mac players got 1 new and 2 updates. You can check those timestamps to see what you want to see first. Otherwise, let's dive right in. Starting off, we've got a new map for all platforms. This is No One's Land from Farmer Bob. He's actually already got a map called No One's Land, except it has spaces between No One's Land, and it was a 4X map. Came in about 2 months ago, and it did not do well. We'll go ahead and just say that right off the bat. 2.1 stars with 96 ratings after 2 months. That is pretty rough. As far as this map, it is extremely plain, if that's what you're going for. Well, this is great because it is here. There's some other things that I would have definitely done differently. I'm sure that this map tickles the itch of some people, and if it does, well, then you need to go download it right now. It is pretty small, 50 megabytes, no required mods. You're able to pretty much do the stuff that you want to do, but it's real simple. Taking a look at the PDA, we only have 2 owned lands. So we've got farmland number 45, which is up here at the top corner. And then we have field 1. And field 1's got a problem because field 1 is not only field 1, but it's everything that's not a field as well. So if you're like me and you're like, well, I don't really want field 1 anymore, you have to sell the entire map, and it's $4.9 million. Which is a problem. This is field 1 right here. Probably the most boring field on the map. It is real square, real stationary. But you have to hang on to that and keep it if you want the entire outside edge of the map. Now, what does that mean for you? Well, you get to plow everything up. So that's pretty nice. And we don't have any traffic, at least on the pathways. Do we have any traffic at all? Yes, we do have traffic down the main road, which is extremely wide. Goodness gracious. Additionally, the outside of the map looks like it is from the 1980s. Again, here is your PDA. We showed off the things that we do own. Now let's talk about things that we don't own. Pricing, at least for this stuff, is fairly good. You're talking like 200,000, 238 right there. That's pretty good around the main farm. Let's see, 142. So, not too shabby. We've already flown around it, but we didn't talk about it. This is your main farm. And as far as everything else go, no new crops to talk about. As far as your owned items, we talked about that. It's a lot, to be fair. Crop calendar looks pretty standard. No animals on here. We do have contracts. They're not paying a whole lot, but They are on the smaller side, so there is that. As far as productions, we have 1 available, the sawmill, none owned by default at least. And if we jump over here, take a look at our vehicles or the things that we get in new farmer mode, it is quite bare as well, but it's not really an issue. You could buy whatever you want. We got 1 vehicle today. This is the Lizard pickup Rodeo from Vector Man. Price is 45 grand on here. We have colors for the base and rims. 200 horsepower, manual transmission, 74 mile per hour, max speed. As far as the colors, we have all of the above, and rim colors, same thing, but we do have a custom chrome and silver in there as well. So that is cool. As far as what we can do with the car, well, we can, of course, turn it on. We have 2 different stages of lights. We have normal and brights, and we can unfold, and we got tension belts in the back. Very cool. As far as just taking off, usually when a vehicle changes gear, it can take off a little bit faster than you would expect. Most things in 2nd, 3rd, or 4th gear, whenever they hit that, they just take off like crazy. Well, this one doesn't, and I felt that that was important to mention. Also, it's got really good brakes as well, but not overly wild and crazy. Drives incredibly nice, super nice to drive, but yeah, it's not like zoom in 2nd or 3rd gear. It just cruises through the gears. It's all good. It's all good, man. Next, we have the International 55 Chisel Plow from Rooster Mods. This is available in 2 different versions and 3 different sizes. So we've got the regular plow. The first one is going to be a plow, and the second one is actually just a cultivator. So if you just wanted a cultivator, you can do that. If you wanted a plow, you've got the plow. all specs are going to be exactly the same, so heads up through there. As far as our main specs, 130 horsepower, 4 meters at 7 miles an hour. If we increase that width up to 4.6 meters, we got 150 horsepower required, and we go up to 5.2 with 170 horsepower required. Then we can change up the shank tip. So we have the spikes, chisels, chisel modern, twisted shovels, and sweeps. So there you go. You can change those up. Both models are exactly the same, and it is beautiful. And to answer your question, yes, I am actually out here in a John Deere with some international tools. It was easier. I just wanted to make sure that both of them worked the way they were supposed to. So we got our plow on the back. It does create fields, all good. Nothing too wild and crazy. And on the front, we got our cultivator. And that's what that does. There you go. As far as the animations go, it does have some really cool animations. Check out the springs. It does line up perfectly with everything around towards the bottom as well. So that is just super duper cool. Absolutely love that. And you can actually see it working here as well. I think it's on like a setup. I'm not sure if it's actually adjusting to the ground, but it is pretty random. I haven't been able to figure it out yet. That looks so cool. Next up, the Lizard CLAAS S pack. This is actually the Lizard version of the Legrand CLAAS S pack from Agro's Modding, Nathaniel, and Nico Do 55. This pack's available in 2 different trailers. You got one that holds between 25.8 and 35.4, and then we have another one available with 31.3 up to 43,000 liters. We're going to be showing off the larger one. Customization options are the same for both. In configurations, this is where you're going to get your extensions, so you can pop those up. Pretty standard stuff. Wheel options, we have a couple different ones for there as well, so you're able to go through, find ones that you really like, and you're good to go. Here we got chunky boys. Love those tires right there. Designs, you got your single door. If we flip around towards the back, you can also change it up to a double door, which is really nice. And you've got double tipping from that as well. Box, you've got without the box and with the box. Where's the box? Box is at the front. There you go. Reflective strips. We've got reflective strip, white and red. We can also change that up on the back to a orange and red, I believe. Yep, there you go. Side markers. You've got those as well if you need them. No single rear and double. Beacon lights, we've got those too. These are going to be hiding back here, either a single or double. And then we've got a main color setup. So this is the color options that you get. You get a red, black, blue, gray, green, another red, orange, and another gray. Blue looks pretty darn good though. All right, this next mod is super duper cool. This is the Eurospand SolcoAir and David Fruit. Now, as far as David Fruit, we actually already have one of these, or at least something very, very similar to it, in a different mod in the Eurospand pack. However, this is super unique. So we have a subsoiler here, which is mainly a vineyard subsoiler. So we've got these splits on the left and right. You got a little roll on the back of it as well. 65 horsepower required for this. 2 meter work width at 4 miles per hour. But if you combine it with this, you can fertilize and subsoil at the same time, which is really neat. So this fertilizer spreader can be used 2 different ways. So we have up at the top left-hand corner, we have an open field version. And then if we go through the customizations, then we have the inter-row processing. I knew that word. Both of these can be extended all the way from 600 liters, 800, and 1,000 liters. You're going to be holding solid fertilizer only with these. And if you go with the open field, you can use this out in the field like normal, 12 meter working width, or a 3 meter working width if you're going with the subsoiler. What it does is it drops the fertilizer down, goes into the ground with the subsoiler, which is very cool. If you want all the colors, you will have to go with one of the or the second 2 extensions here. So we have the tank color of silver and white. We have sidewall colors of black and silver, and then we have PTO and black and yellow. So now that you've got all that, let's talk about this setup. So I've got it set with the John Deere again right here. This is what it looks like all set up, but that's not how it comes. This is how it's going to appear. So what we want to do is we want to back up to our subsoiler first, if you want to use them together anyway. And with this one, we got a couple things we could do with it. So we can actually bring in everything if you wanted to kind of bring those close by, and you can extend them. In order to use the fertilizer spreader, you want to extend those out all the way. Then we'll drop it all the way down. and back up to the fertilizer spreader. You get the connection point and you're good. Now, you will have to select the subsoiler in order to lower or raise it back up, because raising and lowering does nothing when it comes to the spreader. Then once you get out into your vineyard, you can drop it down just like so. There we go. And turn it on, and you get a nice 3-meter drop. Well, I'll say it's fertilizing and subsoiling all at once, which is really, really neat. You know what? I find that pretty darn cool and extremely useful as well for vineyard work. Next, let's talk header trailers. We have the CLAAS header trailer pack. These are pretty neat, and they work with quite a few different headers as well. I mean, CLAAS, obviously, but we do have some cool branding on here. So these are available in a 9.3, 10.8, 12.3, and 13.8 meter worker width. And you don't have to guess that. Not only is it in the name, like the 930 right there, but it's also in the description right there. So you can actually see that. So let's say we've got one of these. We've got CLAAS configuration new, CLAAS old, and cat. So we do have that as well. So you will be able to line these up with that yellow Lexian that we've got and make a match up. That's pretty cool. We do have a box for the canola blades, and then the attacher, we have Convio or Vario. Now, that may not make too much sense at first. However, if we go into our headers, we can see, okay, this CLAAS says Vario, this one says Convio, this is a Convio as well. If we go down to the CLAAS header mods that we've got, that one doesn't say anything, but this one is a Vario, Convio, 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 Vario, Vario, Vario. So you can kind of get an idea. And some of these don't say anything, of course, but whichever one it says that you have, choose that one, and you're good. That's kind of it. They're pretty simple, but they're awesome. Next up, Lizard Vial or Vile. I have no idea. It's a forage rake at the end of the day, so it holds all your standard forage crops, including manure, 1,000-liter capacity, hooks up via 3-point, and we've got a couple custom colors to go along with it. Next one's pretty neat. This is the Selfmade Weight. It is available in multiple different setups, all the way from 600 to 1,800 kgs, and that is going to be added via weight in the back, just like so. Now, we do have those John Deere slice weights on there, and the metal shield does say John Deere, but we can also change it to Fendt, two of the biggest rivals in tractor brands, as I've learned, being at both. I don't think they like each other very much. We do have side markers, which is very cool. Main color, hope you like gray, but I mean, it's mostly AGCO stuff in there. And then we've got either John Deere, I have no idea what this is changing. What is it changing? Oh, the weights. That's what design is. Gotti. Lastly, before we get into placeables, which like half the mods today are, we have the large stack of bales from Mech Mods. These are available in little baby grass square, hay, straw, we've got silage, we've got cotton, and then we have the same thing in round bales as well, but we've also got round TMR. That's super cool. Wood chips and the round cotton bales as well. So if you're wanting to buy a bunch of these and you want to change up the wrap color, well, you can. It's doable. You can do it. 'Tis doable. Yeah. They say that it is more profitable to do this. I don't know if that's true or not. We'll let somebody else go through and figure that one out. Do not have the time, but if you wanted to buy a ton of bales, I guess you could do that. I thought we could do this something similar with the base game. Can we not? I guess not. We could buy up to 8. Nope, they were right. We could buy a whole lot more. Bam! Go for it. Now making our way into placeables, we have a very interesting mod to start off with, insects production. This is kind of neat. I don't know if I've ever seen anything like this before. So we can make crickets. This is our cricket greenhouse. I bet this place is going nuts whenever it is full. So what you do is you got water in, holds 10,000 liters of it, and then you get half as many crickets out. Very kind of similar, I guess, to the way fish is going to work almost. 2 water in, 4 crickets out, so it is going to even back out, which is great news. And then once you get your crickets, then you can, I guess, take them to the insect flour mill. So over the insect mill. Over here, we take crickets in, and we get insect flour out. 6 crickets equals 4 insect flowers. No sell points in this mod because they don't need them. They've actually added the crickets to everything, which is very, very cool. Insect flower as well, if you're curious, selling for that at the height looks to be about $6,800. Now, granted, I'm in easy mode, so there's that as well. Otherwise, you know what? Not too shabby. Very, very neat. Super interesting. Quite different from anything that we've seen so far. I don't know if we can actually go in here or not. I don't think we can. Would be cool though. Maybe in an update. Next up, the Fertilizer and Herbicide Factory mod. Here we can create fertilizers and herbicide in liquid form. They are both exactly the same. It's just they've kind of changed up a few things. So like this is what the herbicide one looks like. This is what the fertilizer looks like. And both of them are available with or without this hut. So if you didn't like the hut, you don't have to have it. And it gets rid of all that stuff down at the bottom as well. So let's talk about it. Let's go here and check it out. So here's our liquid fertilizer. We have 35,000 liters both of solid fertilizer and water in, and we're getting 50,000 liters of liquid fertilizer out. It is a 1-to-1, so 5,000 water, 5,000 solid fertilizer, but we're only getting 5,500 liquid fertilizer out. But this may not be too bad for you because, well, water's pretty cheap, usually free, so that's nice. Solid fertilizer, it's not too shabby either. As far as herbicide goes, we're going to see something extremely similar. As a matter of fact, exactly the same, except instead of any type of fertilizer, we need lime. So lime and water equals your herbicide, 5,000, 5,000, 5,500 out. Now the herbicide one might actually be the one to go for here. Solid fertilizer's about $2,000 for 1,000 liters. Lime is $450 for 2,000 liters. So you're actually getting twice as much for, what, a quarter of the price? Even more so than that, which is very, very nice. Now, if we go in, so let's say $450 for 2,000 liters. All right, not too shabby. Liquid fertilizer, herbicide, here we go. $2,400 for 2,000 liters. So you are saving a great, great chunk of change by utilizing this. This is great. Maybe not so much for liquid fertilizer, but for, I'll tell you what, herbicide, this may be a way to go. Now we got a couple silos, bunker silos, as a matter of fact. This is the covered silage silo. It is 25 grand, and an interesting thing, most mods like this are, I don't know, 8, maybe 10 megabytes. This one's 86. It's a lot. It's more than that map earlier. Just so we're clear, that map was 50 megabytes by itself. I know it was fairly simple, but it was still 50 megabytes. This is 86. It's like 40% more. It's 60% more. Goodness gracious. It's ridiculous. Is there lots of detail? Absolutely. Can you turn on the shed lights on and off? Of course you can. And it holds quite a bit as well. But boy, oh boy, they set out to do something. They did it, man. Back down on Earth now, we have the double bunker silo. This is 5 megabytes. 5. Not 85. This one is pretty big. No snapping between two of them. So what you kind of see here is what you are going to get. But yeah, not a whole lot more than that to show off, I guess. Next up, silo with garage. This bad boy right now is going to hold 150,000 liters of this silo right here. You could drop it off, dump it out, and you're good to go. If we come around and take a look, we can actually fold up the blower, so whenever you're not using it, you don't have to have it there. And you can open up this door right here and actually come inside. But we'll go in there in just a second. Let's put this blower back. Once the doors are closed up, we can put that back there. Boom, ready to go. We want to open up the middle right here. And this is where we're going to get it out. There is our tube, so back your trailer in and you're good to go. They do say to use a conveyor belt, and then you don't have to worry about how big your trailer is. So you can do that if you want. We do have lights. So boom, 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 boom. It is the old farming simulator style light where it's just a turn knob there. And then over here is kind of neat and kind of pointless. So if we come in here, we've got another larger area where we can park up. We do have some lights up top, and we've got a ladder and a marker. Well, if we come over and click it, it puts the ladder up for us, which super cool, super awesome. And it is not able to be interacted with. So it doesn't matter if you got super strength on or not, but you can't climb it. It's completely useless. So in order to get up there, I have to fly. But it works. You don't need to get up here anyway. there's nothing up here. Everything does have collisions, which I was really surprised about. But yeah, you don't actually have to get up here. But it does look cool. It doesn't change either, so it's not dependent on what you put in there. It just neat little Easter egg up there almost. But a pretty cool setup, nonetheless. We can change up a few things as far as placement goes. We do have a red brick, and then we've got red brick with solar panels. We've got hollow. We've got hollow with solar panels, white brick, plaster brick to the red brick again. And then we can change up the color here, which is going to be the roof and the doors. Next on our list today from ICAS, we have shed. As per usual. Inside the shed, we do have some lighting. We can change up the color as well. We'll look at that here momentarily. We got a man door over there. We've got one button push to open up both of these, and then we get a bit of an opening here. This kind of building, to me, screams big open map. Iowa Plains, Welker Farms, something like that. That is where I think this building would do best. Around towards the back, there's nothing going on back here, but you might be able to parkour up it. Oh, come on. Yeah, we could do it. Hey, and a great parkour spot for you and your buddies. Yeet. By the way, for Farm Sim 28, can we bring back being able to jump good? Jumping and running in Farm Sim 25 is terrible. With the shed, we do have the color options, as I mentioned. Let's change it up to a blue just to kind of see how this would look. You know what? This may not be too bad of an addition to the Welker Farms map. That's pretty good. Let's change that maybe to a red now. A bright red Massey Ferguson. Or probably what most people do. Case red, which is a little bit darker than Massey Ferguson in the game. Another thing you do is put two of these beside each other. Boom, one there. Flip this around. Boom, put that there. Now you get a shed on both sides. It's not working as well as I thought it was going to. I don't have the patience to do this. Next on our list is a pretty quiet mod overall. This is the Brick Barn from 750 Ti. So on one side we have 3 big doors. On this side we have 3 big doors and a man door. And then we've got a massive door on the side. We also have individual lighting for different things. So like this light right here has its own switch. Around here, this light has its own switch. Around here, there's no lights. And then there's the light inside. And it doesn't really tell you what switch is which. So we got to figure that one out. But as out here, like, just listen. Shh, shh, shh. It makes a little tick sound at the very end. Then we close it. A little latch at the end. It's like no sounds. But in here there are. It's so weird. So it's a different sound whether you're inside the shed or outside of it. So weird. All right. So 3 light switches. Can you see them? Well, the first light switch, this one right here, is going to go to this light out here. So if we go over here, click it, it is going to be the B button on Xbox controller or Zero Circle on the PlayStation. This one goes to the inside lights. Click that. They are a little delayed, so just be ready for that. And then this light right here will kind of open this door. Quietest large door of all time. We click that. We get a light outside in there. Okie dokie. Cool beans. Cool beans. Oh yeah, and if you don't like the color of the doors, you can change them. They do come as black, which I think look fantastic. But we can change those up if you want. So boom. Change it up to white. That's cool. Toothpaste tractor. Yep, you got it. All good. Next to last new one for all platforms that we're going to take a look at is the solar field large and small. If we go up into the air, we can kind of see these a little bit. Again, large and a small one. These are found in generators, obviously. 250,000 for the small and 450,000 for the large. As far as money goes, $2,400 per month for the little one and $4,200 for the large. Again, I'm playing in easy mode, so you may find that yours are a little bit different. They've also said income per hour for the large, $175, $100 for the small. Daily upkeep's $50 for the large and $30 for the small. Hopefully, I did not confuse you. I'm confused. There are also doors around towards the back, but they don't open. So, which sees what you get here, and I'm guessing whenever I delete this, the grass is going to stay. Yep. Well, let's paint over that. So our last mod today for all platforms is technically storage, but it's also technically a production chain. And though I don't look at these ahead of time, I do check them out right before we talk about them. And I would have put this much earlier in the video, but still very cool. It's from Caster, who does a great job. We got 2 of these, and they are for storing and moving logs. So we have wood storage number 1, which is going to have a 75,000 liter storage, and 30,000 for the smaller one. And the good thing is, with these, we've got storing, selling, and distributing. So you are able to load up logs here, drop them in right there, get them out over here, and send them where they need to go. We've also got a nice drop spot up top. We've got collisions on everything. I mean, well, there's not a whole lot more you could want out of something like that. This is very cool, man. Very cool indeed. We do have a couple things similar to this already, but not with a model like this. So that is very nice. And also you may run into capacity issues, so you may want to run 1 or 2 of these. Now let's jump over to updates for all platforms. We got the Lizard 14TN Auger Wagon. This will be version 1001. The fixed an issue where a stand could rotate when opening the discharge tube. Not sure what that means. Fixed an issue where the load was not visible, and fixed minor bug fixes. Modern Pigsty version 1001. Solar panels now generate income, and updated mod desk. And Modern Shed. Basically the same thing here, version 1001. Solar panels now generate income, door collision fix, and updated the mod desk. Jumping over to new ones for PC and Mac players. We only got one of them, and it is called DarkerNights. This mod makes nights darker and more immersive by adjusting the lighting curves for the sun, the moon, light, ground reflections, things like that, and tone mapping parameters. So higher contrast with a steeper curve, darker shadows, slightly softened highlights, deeper blacks, egg-controlled whites, and reduced bloom and glow, and light scattering. So you're probably familiar. This right here is what it normally looks like at night. This is what this mod makes it look like at night, which is pretty creepy, but you know what? I feel it, and then we get some more shots through here showing just how dark it gets at night. Whew, that is a bit of a game changer. Lastly, today we've got updates for PC and Mac players. The Camara straw transport trailer version 1001 fixed the auto load system, and Real Mower version 1.1 fixed the Lua error when saving game with some mods only, and mulchers at forestry mulchers can also remove grass on non-viable areas from now. And there you go. That's what I got for you for today. Hope you enjoyed this one. Drop a like on it if you did. Get subscribed if you new. Enjoy the DjGoHam fam. Double check those notifications. That way you never miss videos like this one. We did have Arkansas episode number 6 dropped this morning, and Sexy Game episode number 2 dropped yesterday. We got some more for you for the rest of the week, so stay tuned. Otherwise, just have an awesome day. We'll see you in the next one.